Hello, it's Danny the Medic, here again with another watch video. This time it is a Pagani design homage of the Omega Speedmaster. And as you can see here, it comes with a NATO strap. Isn't that nice? Save you a couple of bucks. Now, I will say this, and I have said this in other videos before, that when you do buy watches from AliExpress, do not expect to be able to wear them out of the box. There are things you must do to it so it can be a wearable watch. Think of it as a trade-off, like an agreement. You get a watch with fantastic specs, like sapphire crystal, stainless steel, like, very nice watch, but you gotta finish it off yourself because you're paying such a low price. And time is money, right? So what you're gonna have to do is, like, usually the edges are really sharp. You have to soften them up. There's gonna be a couple of quality control issues about it that you're gonna have to deal with yourself. And of course, you're gonna have to size it, right? So one of the first things I do is, after I get the watch, I peel off the plastic and then I give it a good wash, because when I do get these watches, I put a lot of effort into them to make it wearable. And there's no point in making all that effort and then have it not work because, it got wet and then it died. So here we go. The Omega Speedmaster homage by Pagani Design. Okay, so what we have here is the watch itself, a bracelet sizing tool for cotter pins that you push, a bracelet spring bar tool, case back remover, 800, 1500, and a couple of toothpicks. So what I would like to show you first is the functionality of the watch. All right, as you can see, it's 3 hands chronograph, 24-hour, sub-seconds. And over here, once you press the top button, activates the stopwatch that is 1 hour long. Stops it, restart it, restart it, stops it. I gotta fix this button. It may be a little off inside, so we'll take a look at that later. Let me write this thing down. Where's my notepad? There we go. Like I said, there's quite a bunch of stuff wrong with these AliExpress watches. And there's nothing wrong with that because the price is so cheap. You gotta work on these things. Top pusher. Okay, so let's take a look at what else do we have. Okay, the reset. All right. It has a screw down crown. Right, that adjusts the date that appears between 4 and 5. What's the day? The 9th, or is it the 10th? I'll set the time later. Pull it out once more, and we got the clock. We're going to pay attention to the date change window. So it changes like around 12:03, 12:04, which is pretty okay for what it is. All right, so now I want you to take a look, and I can see that the stopwatch hand is not properly zeroed. It's a smidge to the right. It should just be a hair to the left. and we'll try to adjust that as well. Stopwatch hand to the left. So now we're going to go over the feel of the watch. Now it is quite sharp. Well, look at this. It gets a little stuck here. You see that? There's something wrong about this. Maybe it's a bent spring bar, whereas this is perfectly fine. So top end link. We'll see what we can do about that. Here's a Pagani design clasp. Good. It's not the best, but it'll do. 3 micro adjusts. One slight extension, which we can adjust by moving this thing here if we need to adjust it. A little tough here. Wow, it's pretty sharp. So we got sharp bracelet edges to the top, sharp bracelet edges to the top on this side. The bottom is not as bad as the top, but we'll do that as well. Clasp feels okay. Like right over here, I can feel a little roughness. We're gonna take care of that. And bracelet, basically the bracelet. So let's remove the bracelet by removing a cotter pin first. You know what? Let me size it to my wrist first. Let's do that first. Be careful, it's really sharp. I cut myself earlier. Ooh, it feels scratchy. The middle link's actually quite scratchy as well. We're gonna take care of that. Alright. Or we can just wear the NATO strap. Wow. This is excessive. So I'm going to remove all of them on this side. And see how many we need to remove on the other side. Careful, careful. So you know which way to push, because when you see the line in the pin, that's the outside. Oh, well, here we got some arrows as well. But you can see, like, this is a solid that has a line, so the line goes that way. So let's remove this. It can be a little tricky at times. This thing here is a little bit broken, but I will fix that next time. So we're going to remove all of these. Okay, so let's say I put this back together and I still need more links removed. Then what we would do is called break a link, where we take a non-removable link and just break it apart. And we hope that the end of the hole would be as good as this hole here. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. It's like a risk you're taking when you break a link. So you women out there who think you can wear men's watches, you know, you have to take that into consideration, you and your small little wrists. dainty, small little women's wrists. Unless you're a big woman, then you can wear whatever you like. Okay, I'm not going to push it in all the way. And let's see what we have now. Wow, that's sharp. I would very much prefer, I have a little small wrist, prefer this to be up a little bit. That's just my style. So I will break a link. So guys, you're gonna see me break a link. Alright, to break a link, we just grab something like a pair of pliers. You grab one, grab the other, and hurrah! Break the link. We'll go do that right now. Now, if this doesn't work and the link, I don't have a big hole like this, we're basically screwed. So this is a chance I'm taking here. Okay. Make sure you don't accidentally grab some other link by mistake. Whoa, this is tough. Whoa, do you see that? I think I even dropped something. Whatever it is, I hope it's not sharp. Alright, so we broke the link. Okay, let's pray. Let's pray, guys. You ready to pray? It fits. Alright, because sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to have to find like all the other pieces. Oh, wow. Hey, guys, check it out. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 link bracelet, because these are the little shiny pieces in the middle. So there's oops, I think I scuffed this, which is okay. Big piece, brush, shiny, brush, shiny, brush. Okay, so how many pieces am I missing here? Alright. So yeah, as you can see, it's held on by this friction fit. And the only piece I'm missing is the middle link, which I will find later on the ground. Although I got so much crap laying around. Alright, so time to put it back. See, which way was it? Oh, I can't remember. Do you guys remember? I'm guessing we slide it in this way. We'll see what happens. Does this look right? I don't know. I don't have a mallet, so I'm just using whatever I happen to have. Not in all the way, but we'll see. Now let's see how this is. I could have it be a half link over this way, but it's not totally necessary. Let's see how many links to remove from this side. What do you think, guys? 2 links? Or remove 1 and do a micro adjust? I'll remove 1 and we'll see how that goes. Just 1. Now the real Omega watches have a different system, so what you're looking at only works for this particular watch. You know, don't be like, hey, you know, I can do it like this to the other watches. No, every watch has its own system basically. So you gotta pay attention to how it is fastened. This thing's like $5 on eBay, by the way, in case you're interested. Watch bracelet tool. Okay, now let's see how it fits. Putting it on is a slight tight squeeze for me. I can feel it. Okay, it feels good. Alright, I like it already. You know, this is a very nice looking watch. Alright, I think if I move the micro adjust over just one, it'll be perfectly fine. Carefully, it's really sharp, guys. It's really sharp. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to push the pins all the way back in using this. Just hammering only does so much. The trick is to line it up properly. And just put the pressure. Now there are tools for this. I'm just not, you know, like a real watchmaker or anything. So I don't have like all the tools. I just kind of do whatever I can with what I got. Okay, so I pressed it in a little bit. And we're good. Now I'm going to push this one in a little bit and we'll be good. Flatten it up first. I don't mind damaging it a little bit, because it'll just look like a ward for a while and it gives a character. Because it's a, you know, it's a cheap watch. If I have an expensive watch, I would take the utmost care. Use a rubber mallet and, you know, have a platform for the bracelet that's like clamped on tight and all that. Just a little more. Let's see. A little more. Now, this watch is a quartz. And I like that about this watch, because quartz are accurate, trouble-free, change your battery, you know, and then you just enjoy the watch. I have actually many automatic mechanical watches, and those are a pain in the ass, because I also have to put it in a winder, and then like I only have so many winders, and it's taking up all the space, you know, and so that's why I enjoy collecting quartz watches as well, because it's like ready to wear. You just, you know, pick it up and it's good to go. And there's no need to change, like buy like the chronometer and you know, all those like mechanical watches are inherently not accurate. Right, you go buy a mechanical watch, you want to like, it's running plus 1 second a day, I'm so happy. Why? by the end of the month, you got to change the date anyway. And he's still turning the crown. You might as well set it. Yeah, okay. So that's taken care of. And look again. Hope you can see what I'm talking about with the hand that is not perfectly zeroed for the stopwatch. Alright, so now that the bracelet is perfectly done, I am liking this. You know, this is kind of inspiring me to look into getting the Omega version. This is quite fancy looking. Alright, back to work. Now I'm going to remove the bracelet. Now when using these tools, make sure that the spring bar doesn't fly across the room, because when it does happen, it's very sad. So just carefully put your finger in the path of where it would normally fly away. Right, blocking the exit. And here you have spring bar. Okay, and this is the top one, right? The top end link. I wonder why it was doing that. Let me inspect the spring bar. Spring bar seems fine. Now it seems okay. Maybe it was just a piece of dirt or something stuck inside. Could this be out of round? No, it looks fine. If it happens again, I would know. So this is the top one. I'll put this here for top. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to remove the spring bar. And again, don't let it fly across the room, because then you're going to have to buy a spring bar. And it's not just like, oh, it's 20 millimeter. You also got to get the thickness, correct thickness and everything. And whether it has like shoulders or not is a pain in the ass. So do not let it fly away. Carefully. Wow, this is sharp. Carefully. Hold it in my finger. Am I getting the shoulder? Alright, see? I'm blocking the path. Make sure this is not the one that's like all wonky. No? Okay. That's fine. And this is the bottom one. Put it like that. Top, bottom. Right, so this we're gonna fix later. Wow, that's sharp. So now we have some really sharp, pretty darn sharp edges. Right, so, oh yeah, this is sharp. But before I go polishing it down to remove all the sharpness, I want to take a look at this pusher, and of course the see what I can do about moving this over a bit. So here I got this here case opener. Simply match it up to the holes. Alright, and then carefully, it's really sharp. I don't want to cut myself again. Ow, 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 ow. Holy be Jesus. Oh, holy be Jesus. Just give me some more access here. Oh, Jesus! I can't believe it was so tough to turn. Why would anyone shut a watch case so tight? Alright, so let's admire the case back while we're at it. I can see that I have not done too much damage. I just rub it out with a little bit of sandpaper. Here's one scratch, I don't care. The design is kind of okay. Look, it's missing an S for water resistant. It's resistant. So we can probably put an S there. Put an S. Got a spaceship, some kind of planet, stainless steel. Make sure that's spelled properly. Pagani design, PD 1701. Okay, now usually in these inexpensive homages, what we have here, the pusher pushes onto a piece of plastic. So let's see, it's like a big plastic movement spacer. First time opening this. Okay, very important to check that the gasket is in place and in good condition, which it is. No, it's not that type. Wow, look at this. The movement takes up the entire, like almost the entire thing. That's nuts. Now I had some toothpicks here. Oh, that's what flew away when I broke the link. The toothpicks went flying. Luckily, toothpicks are cheap. I'll be back with more toothpicks. Okay, guys, I am back. So I'm looking at this here. It says push here. All right, let's give that a push. I see now. Okay. Push it. Push this way here like so. There we go. Needed the loop. Now because of these pushers right there, we're going to lift this side up first. And put it in this way. Now I'm not going to talk to avoid spitting on it. Okay, this is not the type that you can just push over a little bit. So, you know what? I'm just going to leave it like that and put it back in. Get it past the chrono pushers. I think the proper way would be to remove the hand, reposition it, and put it back down. But I don't want to do that. You know, don't want to risk breaking it. Put the pit stem back in. All right. Make sure there's no dust. Looking fine. Yeah, whichever. Now, had this been an Omega, I would have inspected it thoroughly and refused this for not being proper. But that's what you get from AliExpress, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I should put this end first. I'm just like impressed how big this movement is for such a cheap price. Hey, does that look correct to you? Yeah, looks okay. Now, when sealing a case back, be careful not to cross thread the threads. You're gonna be seal is supposed to go on smooth like this for many turns. Then you feel it kind of smooth out when it hits the gasket, and then you tighten it up with your tool. Okay. Now we need to put a S in water resistant. So we'll engrave it with F to S. We don't need it. Okay. So moving along. Now, the actual important parts of this whole video is that we gotta make it wearable. So with all these like really sharp edges, we're gonna tone it down with some 800 grit sandpaper. They're not expensive. You can get it at any hardware store. Just gonna fold it over once or twice, a bit like such here, and just go over the edges. So you want it to be crisp, but not sharp enough to cut you. So just dulling it down so it feels sharp, and that's it. No need to put a big smooth edge on it like some people do. They just like make it like way too smooth, and it loses the crispness. It's okay if you slip now and then and scratch up the finish, because it just gives the watch more character. After all, you're doing it yourself. But if you're paying someone to polish your watch, I would be upset. Okay, feels crisp, but not cutting my finger. That's what I'm looking for. Now this side's going to be a challenge because of the pushers. Now in between is going to be a little tough. So I'm just going to fold a little edge like this. Get the little in between spot there. Yeah, imagine how much you'll have to pay for this watch if the people who made it in China actually took the time out to do all this. Maybe $10 more, you know? Now let's feel the top. Top and sides feel okay. Nice and crisp. All right. So now we're gonna move on to 1500 grit. Just to refine the edges that you just finished doing here. Make it even more smooth. Ah. Okay. It still feels sharp, but it's not very sharp. So that's the watch head. Hope I haven't broken it. Yep, okay. Oops, I forgot. Make sure your crown's closed before doing all this. You don't want to get the dust inside. Whoops! Yeah. Okay, now for the bracelet. Get the 800 again. I'll start with the end. No, I'll start with the clasp. Get the clasp done out of the way here. Again, don't let this fly away. Yeah, this needs some work over here. Not so much the top, but this part right here. So feels like aluminum. Okay, good. On this side here. This is powdered metal that's gray. Okay, feels okay now. This right here is scratchy. Okay. Ah, this side over here. So I'll tell you, I was earlier before I went to get a COVID test for the stupid job I got coming up. I mean, the COVID test is stupid, right? So over there, there was a lady waiting, a white lady, and then I was waiting. So the guy says, "Hi, can I please have Danny and Stephanie follow me?" So I went first. I was following the guy, and he turns and he points his finger. "Okay, Danny, you'll be going in here." And I said, "Oh, I'm Stephanie." And he goes, "Oh, you're Stephanie, right?" He knows I'm joking. I know I'm joking. I know he knows I'm joking. He knows I know that I'm joking, right? So I go in where he pointed. Immediately, the white lady, she goes, "I'm Stephanie." You know, like, and then the guy said to her, "Yeah, I know. He was just kidding. He was just kidding." And then after the swab, I came out and I saw her. She was not happy. She had a look on her face like, grrr. It's like, are you kidding me? Come on, man. You know, live a little. No sense of humor, these people. She goes, "I'm Stephanie." Like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Is this thing still rolling? Yes, it is. It's been an hour and 2 minutes. Jesus. All right. Now some finishing touches with the 1500. Just to smooth it out. Okay, top part of the clasp is done. Now I did remember it has some scratchiness over here. So, gonna do it here. I'm Stephanie. Still feels scratchy. Why? There we go. But I'm Stephanie. Alright, good enough. Oh, now the tough part, the bracelet. Now the edges don't need to be so sharp. I'm just gonna go with I would gladly pay like an extra $30 if it came finished. You know? I would gladly pay more. Ah, much better. Ooh, compare the difference. Guys, if only you can feel what I can feel. If only you can feel it too. Did I cut myself? It's beginning to sting. Alright, so now we have an issue, right? The bottom part, the edges are not so bad, but what about the in-between links? it's feeling kind of sharp, like the in-betweens. So I'm guessing I'm just gonna have to like just kind of go like this around it, you know, just like hopefully it'll buff out the edges. I don't think it's an improvement. Very scratchy bracelet. Maybe like if I learned sandblasting or something, maybe that would have helped. I like to use all the sandpaper before I swap it out. Okay. Carefully. So sharp edges right here. But hopefully this will be inside the clasp, so it doesn't bother me, but I'll run it through anyway. Oh, time for a new piece of sandpaper. Sandpaper. So some really sharp edges. Only if you guys can see how sharp this is. Really sharp edges. Ow, it just poked a hole. Now that's sharp. If anyone asks, I can tell them that the value of the watch is like 500 bucks. After all this labor I put in. I'm getting lazy. I'm beginning to feel like I want to cut corners. Oh. This is tiring. You may have to wait a month before my other watch video comes out of the Aquaterra homage. Because I'm getting a little sore. I need to recuperate. Ah! It's not perfect, but I'll just have to do. I'm running out of time. So here's the bottom one. Here's the bottom one. Don't launch it across the room now. Yeah, here's the problem with some of these cheaper watches, that the spring bars don't line up exactly with the holes. Oh, see, came right out. Push it back in. Is it in? I don't even know. I guess it's in. I'll check with the loop. See if the shoulders have hit the edge of the metal. Yes for one side, yes for the other. Right, that was the bottom, right? Yes. Now for the top. Do not let it fly across the room, guys. It will happen. Check the spring bar position. It's barely in. And it's in. The micro adjust. One is in, and both is in. All right. So as you can see, the watch is now ready for wear. All right. Woo! Thank you for watching my video. And if you don't like this little scuffs from sanding, all you have to do is get a Scotch-Brite pad and rub it straight across, and then you'll, don't get it on the shiny sides, but it'll be fine. All right. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Have a nice day.